So let's do it.
Good morning. Yes, John is talking as we're trying to start the show. That some of the guys on this show have the same problem. Dr. Andy does it all the time. He's getting better, but I have to remind him like, shh. So John, Tom, whatever your name is, shut. Welcome to episode 92 of EBTV. Crazy world, crazy weather.
Nope. EBI news for you.
Oh, EBI news for you. Oh my Lord. Too many shows, too much on my mind today. I got nothing. But you know what? Screw it. Let's listen to some music. Here we go.
Sounds good.
What's it?
So crazy. No matter where you live, it's going up to 106 in Texas and flooding in other towns. I left the tundra of Buffalo. The snow there gets so bad, and so many earthquakes all over the globe. What the hell is going on? So no matter where you live, the weather is crazy for all.
Oh, thank goodness it was a short song because I wasn't really digging it. What were you thinking about that one? It's like totally out of our genre,
Yeah, but I thought the opening was really cool. I liked it.
It kind of reminded me of like an 80s either Yes or Rush song, a little bit. To me, anyways, it sounded like that.
Yeah,
But once again, welcome to EBTV number 92. No, it's not that. Welcome to Insurance Questions Podcast 92. No, not that. Oh, it's Buffalo Flights. We're fighting today. Or I'm a little bit punch drunk. Anyways, so what the hell show is it, Don?
Come on, it's number 92 of EBI News for you.
Okay, I can't blame the guy that wrote this. He wrote down EBTV, so you got to blame that guy. So all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment and shizzy. Take it away, Donnie Lowe.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. The best way to experience EBI News for you is to go to the ebifamily.org on YouTube, ebifamily.org on YouTube, and it's EBI News for you. So go to that YouTube channel. And there you get to see, well, you just got to see, Eddie loves the index cards. He always writes his notes on those 3x5 cards, whether they're correct or not. He still writes them down. So that's okay. Well, you get to see that occasionally, the facial expressions, the videos, the thumbnails, everything. So it's really a great experience to go to the YouTube channel. If you so desire or not, you can like, share, and subscribe. If you prefer to listen to podcasts, basically wherever you listen to your podcast, we're there. We're on over 67 now podcast depositories. So like, share, and subscribe. But just know that we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to share it with us. We're very grateful for you. So thank you. Are you ready, Eddie? Talk about our sponsor. You ready? You ready?
I am. And I have to apologize because I had a bunch of stuff open. I don't even know how it was open. Okay, so I'm running very minimal now, so hopefully we'll have a nice strong signal for me and you and for our listeners. But you like talking about these guys, Don, so I'll let you do the commercial too.
All right, great, great. Pinsandaces.com, pinsandaces.com. So for the golfer in your life or not, for the person that wants to look sharp, they've got great clothing. They've got great golf gear as far as golf club head covers, golf bags. There's just a lot of great things. And, you know, they keep promoting those, well, the fresh caught, you know, Sharknado stuff, but the liquor stick. So you can put in soda even, I probably would imagine. I don't know. But in any event, they've got 11 new hats, and it looks like it's all geared for, I think, the shark stuff. So it's just pretty cool, pretty cool. But if you want to either golf in style, looking great, or you want to just look great in general, go to pinsandaces.com. They've got both men and women clothing. So really, really cool stuff and great,
It
great
almost
quality.
sounds like they were selling men and women. You had that little pause and you think they're not selling men and women, they're selling stuff.
They're selling stuff for men and women, for the men and for the ladies. Pinsandaces.com. And one of the great things is when you go to check out in the promo code, type in the word Buffalo, and you get a whopping 21% discount. So it's well worth it. Pinsandaces.com, a nice U.S. company based out of Colorado. And so
I don't think you're pronouncing it right, Don. Don, I don't think you're doing it right. Pins and Aces, pinsandaces.com for all your golfing needs. You need balls, you need pants, you need shirts, you need balls in your pants. Go to Pins and Aces, pinsandaces.com. Go to the buggy or the shopping cart, whatever the hell you want to call it, and put in promo code Buffalo, and you'll get 21 skip-de-doo. So check out our friends at Pins and Aces, pinsandaces.com. Hello, America. How are you today?
I wonder which kind of coffee you're drinking this morning.
Not enough. You know, I got to tell you, and I'm glad that we wanted to talk about what you want to talk about today with the heat. And I live in Greenville, Texas, which I love living here. I met a lot of really great people, but I never, ever, I mean, I've heard heat indexes going high to like 109, 110 and things like that. It is going to be 106 without the heat index today.
Wow. But is it a dry heat or is it humid?
Yeah, like an oven.
Okay.
And yesterday, you know, they were underachievers. They only hit 105 yesterday.
I can tell you a real quick story about 105-degree heat if you want to hear it.
Is it a song, Don, that I'm not remembering?
No. So I think this is back in 2012, maybe, or 2012. I was lucky enough to be on a tennis team that we went to nationals, which was in near Palm Springs, California, Rancho Mirage area, Indian Wells area.
What are you playing, Don? Just own up to it that you're a pickleballer. You're actually in a pickleball tournament. Stop it. Our friends out there need to know the truth, Don. You can't know the truth. How about that?
I know. So anyway, we one of the matches that I played doubles. One of the matches my partner and I had was I think it started at 11:30 in the morning, California time. And if this is playing outdoors, blazing sun, it was 105 degrees, but it's a dry heat. Oh my God. Halfway through the match, you can start to feel it,
It's funny because I've had asthma since I've been a little boy, and I always thought I was a cold asthmatic. In Buffalo, I was very ill a lot in the wintertime, and I would get cold, infections, and things like that. And since I moved to Texas, I've been very healthy compared to what I was back home in Buffalo. But I got to tell you, even when you're hitting like over 100 and you're an asthmatic, it is like someone sitting on your chest.
I can't imagine that feeling. Wow.
Yeah. So yesterday I just felt like a bum because I spent most of the place in the house, and I had to run out for a quick meeting after I went to the gym yesterday morning, and so I didn't get to finish my workout. And normally I'll go back after we tape our shows, but Is it crazy that I was afraid to go outside?
No, I mean, that's
It's real. You know what I
you have to
mean?
protect yourself, you know? You have to make sure that you're feeling all right. Yeah.
But and you know, it's funny because everybody says, "Well, are you living in Texas?" Well, unfortunately, in Buffalo, you guys get about 10 months of crappy weather. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Let's say
sometimes
9.
and sometimes you'll get a fantastic storm like they had October 8th one year for the October surprise.
I know.
And that was so crazy. I know, and I don't know how it was by you, but in South Buffalo, we had over 4 feet, and it was that that
Yeah.
wet, heavy snow like I would always see in Boston when I lived there. And there were still leaves on all the trees. So the trees got destroyed because the next day it went up to 72 degrees. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. And I don't remember how many, I think it was hundreds of thousands of people without power for at least a couple days. But
2
yeah.
weeks I didn't have power. I ended up getting a generator from somebody, and you know, at least we had heat. You know, if it got cold or that, got the fridge running. But and I actually, after that storm, I bought a generator because they were like charging crazy money for it. And when I saw one that was at a decent price, like months later, I'm like, oh, screw this, I'm gonna go buy it. And it's still sitting in the box in my shed in Buffalo, New York.
Oh my gosh. Is it really?
Never even opened it. So
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I don't know if you since we're talking about that October storm, I don't know if you remember the Buffalo Sabres had a game in Detroit against the Red Wings.
Did they make it?
They made it to the game, and what they did was, you know, because they had like private jet, what they did was they bought as many generators as they could get and fit on the plane, and they brought them back. You know, so I'm sure like some of the players had them, but they were trying to give them out in the community for people that didn't, you know, they were out without power for weeks.
Yeah,
like you were.
You know, and you're bringing up a good point because you don't realize how good we have it with electricity, with running water, with heat, simple things like that, until you don't have it.
I know.
Because then you don't have it, it's like, shit, you know? Yeah. And it was cold that night, the first night we left. It was bizarre. And the only reason that I remember the date specifically, I don't remember the year, but it was my son. It was my son, Kevin Buffalo's birthday, is on October 8th.
Ah.
And in South Buffalo, it was weird on our street. That side of the street, the other side of the street had electricity, the bastards. And our side, we heard some because all the transformers were in the backyard along. And unfortunately, 2 doors away from me, the gentleman had a humongous tree. And Kevin, and I was looking out the window, watching my son, watching what's going on, because the tree started on fire. It went right out because it was snowing so bad. But it finally blew, the transformer. And I not only could see the pulse, it knocked Kevin down into the snow.
How close was he?
God, he had to be at least like maybe 200 yards away.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
And you know, you hear about, you know, oh, we're in trouble if they set up an EMP. I freaking believe it. Because I, you know, if somebody was telling me this story and I didn't actually experience it myself, I'm like, hey, full of beans. Go have another beer. Shut up. But it was crazy. It was almost like a wave, Don. It was like whoosh. And when I saw him get knocked down, I go, what did it feel like? He said it felt like somebody hit him.
Wow.
You know, and thank God he was a, you know, healthy young guy. I imagine. I wonder if we got to ask Dr. Andy, could that mess up your heart rhythm if you're an older person, or if you have a pacemaker or anything like that?
I would think so.
You know, or the people that wear those little discs for their diabetes. I wonder if that gets affected, if it gets shorted out, and if it hurts you. If anybody knows, please tell us in the comment, because I would really like to hear about this. But like I said, we have crazy hot weather here. Yesterday, they had horrible rainstorms in Oklahoma, not too far away from me, because I'm closer to Oklahoma than you think. and we missed all that. But I could hear it. I could hear it rumbling.
Oh, really?
It's not rain, but you could hear all the thunder. And I gotta say, I've seen some crazy snow in Buffalo. I've seen the nor'easterns in Boston. But I gotta tell you, you remember how hard it rained in Florida when you lived there, Don? And then it was gone.
Yeah.
The first time I heard a rainstorm in Texas, honest to God, Don, I thought someone had a fire hose to the side of the house. it rained so crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'll do my Texas accent. Well, y'all know we need the rain. The thing is, it doesn't go anyplace because the ground is so hard. That's why we get a lot of flash flooding. Like there's a little gully right really close to my house that cuts through the city, and it got so bad on a couple of the storms that it rose all the way up to the street.
Wow, that's
and
crazy.
Like the side streets are just impassable because
Yeah.
there's so much rain. And it's funny because I mean you'll see, we complain about potholes back home in Buffalo, New York. In Florida, did you ever see the it sounds like I'm saying a poem. The road rise?
No, I can't recall that I did.
Oh, I only seen it twice since I've lived here in Greenville, but like on a main drag, it's like somebody just made a big, like somebody from the ground was pushing up and there's a big bump in the road now all of a sudden. It's like, what the hell?
Wow.
It's the craziest thing.
That is crazy.
So, and earthquakes everywhere. A lot of people are saying they're all connected because of the Ring of Fire and things like that. It's crazy because they're saying, I mean, I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but a lot of people postulate that if the big one ever hits the West Coast is gone.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the movie Superman, where Lex Luthor was buying up all that land in the desert because it was going to end up being beachfront property after he set the nukes off.
Yeah.
Yes, Ned Beatty was great in that movie as Otis.
Yeah.
His lackey.
Gene Hackman, God rest his soul, right?
So I want to go back in a time machine, Don, and I'm going to tell my story, but I want to hear your story first. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number one, how old were you when the blizzard of 77 hit, and what do you remember from that?
All right, so I was only about 116 years old.
I didn't want to be rude. I was going to say 120, but I didn't want to be rude.
So the story I have is I lived in North Buffalo, and I worked at Millard Fillmore Gates Circle Hospital in the city. And
did you live that week?
Well, so I was home, so they had canceled school because they were predicting a bad storm. And the hospital called my house to see if I can come in to work that day. So I was scheduled off, and I was working part-time. So I said, yeah, sure. So I said, when do you need me? As soon as you can get here. Okay. Right. 116 years old. What did I know?
Yeah. You were just a baby.
Yeah, I was a baby. So the storm hit. And so I was like I was going to take the bus on Delaware. It's 1 block from my house. The storm hit. I could barely walk because the wind was blowing into me. I was walking backwards, tucking down, walking forwards. I have a friend that lived about 6 houses or so from Delaware. I had to stop at his house because I couldn't see anything. I was frozen solid. I couldn't move. So I had to stop there for a little bit to thaw off. I went to Delaware and waiting for the bus. It finally came. And make a long story short, a normal 15-minute bus ride, maybe 20 minutes tops. It took me 3 hours to get to the hospital.
I believe it. I believe it.
Crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I was stuck there.
Was that the first time you ever remember a run on like bread and milk and groceries and stuff like that at the
So
stores? Was that the first time you remember that happening?
yes, but the thing is, I was stuck at the hospital. That was a Friday. I wasn't able to get home until Tuesday, or I think it was a Tuesday, the following week, Tuesday. So we had the
Yeah.
news down in the hospital. You know, they kind of like set up. They had an auditorium and at the hospital and all that. So they set up, you know, cots and all that for us. And
That's nice.
luckily, the hospital was able to get their food delivered, you know, for the patients, because I did work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So
My
I mean,
father
I didn't go
got
hungry.
My father got stuck for 2 weeks at the Ford stamping plant in Woodlawn.
Wow.
And we didn't live that far away from it, but everything was impassable,
Yeah.
you know? And I was all excited because school was off. And it was crazy because I had a swing set in the backyard, from when I was younger. And that was all to the top of the swing set, the snow. And fences, you couldn't even see the fences. The fences were gone. They were all buried under snow. And I don't remember it being this bad, but there are pictures of the blizzard of 77. If you Google, folks, blizzard of 77, Buffalo, New York, there were some intersections that snow was all the way up the traffic lights.
Yeah. Yes. True. They had to call in the National Guard to help remove the snow off the streets, if you
Oh
recall
my God,
that.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny. So
And
my father finally got home, and here comes the National Guard coming down our street. And my father was actually a tank sergeant in the Army. And
oh
son of a
wow.
gun, the guy knew him. The guy knew him, and he's like, Eddie, you want to come back? And he's like, no, not at all. And that was when we were living on Ladner in South Buffalo, New York. And my mom and dad had a double, and the people next to us had a double. So that driveway was so narrow that you had to carry all that snow out to either the front or the back just to clear everything, you know? And I
Yeah.
always worry about, like, when you have animals, because I know, before I left Buffalo, I would always make sure I'd have a trail for my animals to get outside and, go potty and that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
sound like such a dang go potty, gotta go potty, Donnie, gotta go potty. And it got to the point that I was having an argument with the snow, and they could hear me inside. They're like, "Who are you talking to?" I go, "The frickin' snow." You know?
So the interesting
Because I mean,
point, oh,
um,
the interesting thing about that blizzard of 77, a couple of things. Number one, because it was headline news, for a week at least
oh
about
my
Buffalo
God, yeah.
being buried, and that's when all the jokes started with Johnny Carson about Buffalo
Yeah,
being
people
buried
were
in snow,
really pissed at that.
right?
They really,
But
yeah.
oh yeah, but what most people don't realize is we had gotten a lot of snow to that point. It was a very cold winter, and Lake Erie was,
Mhm.
frozen, and there was so much snow on Lake Erie. The actual amount of new snow that fell was less than 6 inches. What happened was it was so windy, it was like hurricane force wind. It picked up the snow off of Lake Erie and dumped it into the city pretty much. But you would never know
Now,
that,
was
Great
the
pictures.
lake totally frozen then? Because I know that's when we run into trouble, when it's not frozen. It picks up all that moisture.
I think it was pretty much frozen because it was not a lake effect. It was a true blizzard. I mean, because it picked up because of the high winds. You had 50,
Look at
60,
that one on the bottom,
maybe
Don.
70-mile-an-hour winds.
On 20 Prospect Street. That's a freaking school bus. And the
Which one?
drifts are all the way up to the one right
Oh,
on the bottom
yeah.
in the middle. That's crazy.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I look at these today and I'm like, I can't believe it was this bad, but I lived it. I saw it. Look, I
Yeah.
mean, look at the cars. You're just buried. I remember
Did you
my
see
Uncle
the-
Steve. My Uncle Steve was a plow driver. I'm not going to say what city he was in, but it was in one of the suburbs of Buffalo. And their bosses were like, if you think it's a car, be careful. If you don't think it's a car, plow it. And he hit a Volkswagen. I don't mean to laugh, but he hit a Volkswagen Beetle so bad that sucker flew through the air. Whoops.
Whoops.
I mean, look at that. If you look at the one with the blue writing there, blizzard of 77, look how high those walls of snow are. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Now, do you remember?
And
they
I was
had-
going to say, if that one headline from the Buffalo Evening News, blizzard
Mhm.
paralyzes Western New York, kills 7, strands
Oh, yeah.
thousands.
Yeah. And I remember that's the first time I ever heard of government cheese, because everybody got food stamps, everybody got unemployment. You know, if you were an adult and you couldn't go to work, you were screwed. And I remember, I remember the big things of cheese. I'm like, holy crap, I can't eat any more cheese. I'm never gonna poop forever. I don't know what made me think of it, but if you see like the Blizzard of 77 memories on the bottom there from Channel 2, they had a Blizzard of 77 board game. Do you remember that, Don?
No, I don't.
It came out like for Christmas of 78. And it just hit like all the city streets and stuff like that. It's like, hey, that's our street. Hey, that's where I know where that is.
That's pretty cool.
It's just
So,
easy.
one quick tidbit.
Look at that
of
one house, Don.
information.
Holy crap. Look at that one house. It's buried right up to the roof.
It's crazy. That spring, so they had like made commemorations. So people like even in the city of Buffalo officially, they had some of the snow and they put it in some vials or jars or something as a souvenir. Of course, it would melt, right? So that spring, my class, I took Spanish for 3 years. My class, we went to Spain, and we took we brought in some buffaloes from Mayor Stanley Mikowski. He gave us like buffaloes to bring and some of the snow. So we visited, I can't remember, it was a smaller city in Spain. I can't remember which city.
There, traffic lights, Don.
Oh yeah, see, look at that. Look at the sign for the thruway. Yeah. So we met with the mayor of that city. It might have been Malaga, I'm not sure. We met with the mayor and we did a presentation of giving them buffaloes and, like medals and all that, and the snow from the Blizzard of 77, because they heard about it too. It was wild.
Well, I got 2 stories to tell about my time here in Texas. Before I lived here, one of my daughters went to A&M Commerce, which is about 14 miles away from my house here. So that's how I knew the area.
Oh, I didn't know it was that close.
And we would drive down at the beginning of the semester, and then I would fly down and drive back with her because she always wanted her car with her. And she was really lonely, like before Christmas. So I surprised her. I came down for a week. And I said, honey, give me your keys while you're in class. I'm going to go to Walmart because we know we got a Walmart there. And I said, I'm going to load you up on groceries and then I'm going to go. Now, I swear, Don, this is a true story. A lot of people think I'm full of beans, but this happened to me. So
you're full of cheese.
It was flurrying. It was like maybe not even a quarter inch of snow. And I drive carefully. I drive like an old man way before my time, and got pulled over by the cops. And I'm like, can I help you, officer? I go, why did you pull me over? I wasn't speeding. I drive like an old man. Those are my exact words. He goes, okay, you see all the damn snow? What's wrong with you? I go, here, buddy, look at my license. He's like, Buffalo, New York. Get going. But last winter we were very fortunate. We didn't have anything that good. Like if we get anything here, it's going to be the ice storm. Remember a few years back, it messed up the power grid. Yeah. But the ice was so bad 2 years ago that they shut everything down for like a week. Because they just don't have the equipment in these warm weather areas like this. And I mean, there's a lot of paved roads, but if you go out a little ways into the country in Texas, you don't know what those roads are going to look like. I mean, I went to visit one client and it was nothing but dirt and gravel. And I'm looking at the signs like 60 miles an hour. I'm like, who the hell thought that was a good idea? But I can't imagine that being full of ice because all they use here, Don, is sand.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, why would they use the expensive salt when they probably don't need it?
So, and I mean, we talk about what we went through when we were younger. And like I said, no matter where you live, you got to deal with some type of weather thing, whether it's ridiculous heat like here in Texas, or if it's a chance of a blizzard when you never know. And I try to explain to people, I go, what you guys don't understand is that Buffalo is weird with the lake effect snow bands, the very narrow bands.
Yeah.
When I was first in the insurance business, now we had an office in Williamsville by you. I called him. It's like, dude, I can't get out of my driveway. He's like, bullshit. There's nothing here. I go, let me take a picture and I'll tell you. Because especially if you have multiple drivers in your house that are in the driveway, well, if you got to get to work at 9, yeah, better give yourself enough time. So I'd get up at like 4:30 in the morning, dig everybody out, be exhausted, be sweaty, big gross, go in the house, shave, shower, and hope to God that they didn't plow in your driveway that you just cleaned out.
I know.
I mean, so, you know, people in Buffalo are hardy. They know how to handle this stuff. One more story I am going to tell about, and I don't know if you remember the story, if it was in the news or not. And I don't remember, like right on the borderline of South Buffalo and West Seneca, right on Seneca Street. There was always a department store there as long as I remember. When I was a kid, it was Twin Fair.
Mm.
Then it was Hills.
Oh, wow.
And it was Gold Circle. But during the blizzard, I think it was still Twin Fair. And if you remember, Twin Fair was very ahead of their time. Because if you go to a Walmart today, you can buy anything there. Well, that's pretty much how Twin Fair was.
Yeah.
You know? I remember the whole family going there when Aunt Alice was buying this new technology. It was like freaking huge. A microwave.
Countertop microwave.
We weren't glowing after using that thing. But the reason I'm telling about the story is it was surrounded by neighborhoods. And there was nothing in the stores. And you had a store full of stuff. They actually chiseled out the cinder blocks in the back of the store and went in, wiped them out of bread and milk. What else do you think they wiped them out of, Don? It's South
Probably
Buffalo.
beer.
Yes, there wasn't one beer left after those folks got to it.
Oh,
So
my gosh.
I thought that was kind of crazy, you know. What are you gonna do though?
No, I know. Well, because of the blizzard of 77, and the grocery stores couldn't get food and bread, milk, eggs, etc. Every time that they predict a snowstorm is going to be coming in, people go ahead and they hoard up on bread, milk. Even if you don't drink milk, you still buy it.
Don, if they're warning about an ice storm here, there's nothing left. But it's
Yeah, I
different.
believe it.
Like the milk and bread is gone, but guess what else is gone? And it's not beer.
I don't know.
You can't find a bottled water anywhere.
Ah, interesting.
It's just crazy. I mean, it's like, what the hell's going on? Do they think it's Armageddon? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in warm places like here that get snow, God put it there. God's gonna take it away.
That's right.
So
That's right. So real
Mhm.
quick on the weather stuff. Our thoughts and prayers to the families, friends that in Indiana there were torrential downpours, horrendous flooding. 7 people perished.
water does so much damage.
Oh my gosh! So our thoughts and prayers go out to them. Hawaii, a hurricane. I always thought that in the Pacific they would call it a tsunami, maybe, or
Yeah.
But they call it Hurricane Lala.
Wave, isn't it? I know it's a typhoon, Don.
Or
That's what it is.
typhoon.
Oh, there it is, Don. The Blizzard of 77 game. You see it there?
Oh yeah.
It don't ring a bell.
No, I don't remember that. But
and look, they show you the board of the game right there.
Hurricane Lala in Hawaii. I mean, that's very rare for Hawaii to get hit like that, I believe.
And
So thoughts and
not a
prayers
chick
go out to
named
them.
Lala would mess you up. It sounds like she'd be cute and make you cookies. No, not this one.
Not Layla, Lala.
Oh, not Lola?
Not Lola either.
Like Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola. LOL.
So, well, this was kind of nice going down memory road to show that, no matter where you live, you got to put up with something. I totally get that,
Yeah. So
It's just
here's
how you, strive to get through it, and, keep your head on your shoulders. Don't do anything crazy. Or be like our former mayor, Jimmy Griffin, saying, where are you going to go? Grab yourself a six-pack and just wait till it's over.
That's right. Stay home and drink a six-pack. I have a couple breaking news items. Not whatever, but it's not weather related.
Von Miller to the dumpster fire, which is Dallas Cowboys. That's your breaking.
No, that's your breaking news. Are they going to find the goal line, or is that Powder still?
No. Well, he's used to going to court, so I'm sure he'll figure out what to do with that white powder.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! But do you know what you will no longer be able to get after September 15th this year?
STDs.
No.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
I should know better. Columbia House, where you used to get like 12 CDs for a penny. You will not be able to. After September 15th, you will no longer be able to order from Columbia House. So get your orders in.
If that's still a thing, Don,
Yeah. And did you hear?
Remember the full page ads? They show years ago. They showed 8-tracks, and then they showed cassettes.
Well, they had albums too originally.
Oh yeah, I actually belonged to Columbia House, and my parents would always get mad at me if I forgot to send in the ticket saying I don't want it, because then they just send you stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the last breaking news item that I have is: did you hear about the I don't know if it was a survey. I think it was a survey, but they calculated the fan bases across the NFL. Did you see that?
No.
The number one fan base, and I don't know what the exact criteria is or was for this. Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. So the score was 208. Who is number 2?
Probably Green Bay Packers.
Kansas City.
Because they've been winning so long. Once they start losing, they'll jump off that bandwagon. They're not true fans like we are. You know what I thought was?
What's that?
Do you watch any of the things where they mic up the players while they're on the field? Well, they had an interesting one, not from the preseason game, but from the practice that was last Thursday. They mic'd up the coach.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
It was the first time these guys were on the field. And what do you think that field's missing? I mean, it's heated. It's got sprinklers. It's all set. What do you think it's missing that our old stadium had and most stadiums in the country have? And I thought it was weird because it just makes sense. It's dumb.
I'm not sure what it's missing.
It doesn't have a crown. So when they rain, the water stays there. It's not going to run off.
No, it drops. That's the whole thing of it.
Oh, is that why they didn't put a crown in?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I know that field's going to be 72 degrees all year long because it's heated. I get that. But yeah, because one of the referees was talking to the coach. He's like, no crown on this field? What the heck?
No, that was one of the... It's because they even figured with the snow, as it melts, there's a whole drainage system underneath. That's why they don't need it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, if you get a chance, folks, go look for Coach Brady mic'd up. He is such a ball buster. He the stuff he was saying, and what was he calling? He calling everybody stud. Hey stud, what's up, stud? Hey stud, what's going on, stud? I thought that was kind of odd. And then he walks over to his special teams coach. He goes, you know what? You see all these people around here? They're here for special teams. They could care less about offense and defense. You know what? I might not even put the offense or defense on the field today and just let everybody look at the special teams all day. He just busted balls on that. So I thought that was kind of fun.
That is.
So just so you know, Don, we are 8 minutes over.
8 minutes?
8 minutes, yes, because you're my name's Donnie Lowe, the pickleball pro. I'm a pickleball pro. I'm a PBP, pickleball pro. That's what I'll tell you. It'll do like the one with like Ricky Bobby and Will Ferrell. Tell you what, I play my pickleball out there all the time. See, I got my pickleball patches on and everything like that. You know, Wonder Bread pickleball. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know what just flashed in my head, but do you remember they used to put trading cards in like Wonder Bread?
Yeah, that's right.
Mostly Star Wars when Star Wars came out, which I thought was kind of interesting.
That's right.
Because it'd be sticky. The cards would be gross, you know. So
who's been talking the most for the last couple minutes?
maybe you should go look in the mirror. Maybe it's that guy. You ever think of that, Don? Or just look on your screen. You could see your face right now. So we're gonna thank everybody for being with us today. Tune in tomorrow for
Insurance Questions Podcast.
are we doing insurance questions or something different? I feel like doing something different.
We'll do something different then.
Okay, tune in tomorrow for something different. I think that's what I'm going to call the show. Something EBI TV, EBTV presents something different.
Perfect.
And yeah, that's all I got. But we're going to end the show like we end every other show. If you like people that have the same values that you do, have the same passion for life, have the same empathy for others, and love your children as much as we do ours, we are definitely the people you need to be working with. You can go to ebifamily.org, or you can email that stud right there, Donnie Lowe, hey stud. And it's not stud.com, it's Donnie Lowe at ebifamily.org. And then you can also call our hotline. What's our hotline, Donnie?
Oh, that hotline number is 903-412-1554. 903-412-1554.
And I didn't post it yet, Don, but we are going to have a new hotline soon because I found a phone system that's even better than the one we have. It'll still be 903, but you're going to have to learn the rest of it.
Oh,
And where was I going? Oh, yeah. For our friends in Scandinavia, what's the number for them?
since we've been talking about snow.
With old stuff, you know?
Exactly. Well, for our friends in Scandinavia, that number is 903-412-1554. Ooh, it's so cold.
Dabja paniatka. Oh. Hey, Donnie. Samia dupia.
Oh my goodness. That didn't sound good.
It's not good. So tune in tomorrow for something different. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.
Ciao, ciao.
Where's the button, Don? You finally moved it again? You son of a bitch.
I had to go in and move it for you.
Take care, everyone.